you a doer or a talker? Does most of your action happen here? You know, words coming out, talking about what you want to do or what you say you're going to do, what you plan to do, but you don't actually move your body and do something? Do you never sit down at the computer and put your hands on the keyboards and write that book? Do you never get out the violin and play the song or compose the music at the piano maybe? Right? What is it that you've been saying that you're going to do? Saying, but not doing. That's the difference between a talker and a doer. Lots of people are talkers. But if you want to accomplish anything in this life, if you want to fulfill your potential and make a difference out there, you have to be a doer. So it's really, it's a complex problem that we all have, even me. So I've been talking about one particular book project for a long time. I've also been talking about a funnel for my products and services for a long time. And I haven't done it. Well, I started doing it just recently, but that's the difference. See, I was talking, and nothing happening. No results. No, nothing to show, but empty words. And so I decided recently that had to stop. And so I've been working every day on the book, and I've been working on the funnel too. So those are some things just for me I've been talking about and not doing. So in that sense, I was a talker too and not a doer. I've tried to shift that. Most often I'm a doer. I get a lot of stuff done. But there are days like today where I had a schedule of things to do, and you know what? It just didn't happen. I just didn't get there. And that had a lot to do with my energy. So you have to ask yourself a couple of questions. If you're doing more talking than doing, you need to ask yourself, number one, what's your energy like? When you sit down to do what you say you're going to do, is your energy low? Is your energy negative? Because if it is, you need to energize. You need to do some bouncing up and down and breathing. Breathe. Energize your body and get excited. So that's the other thing, is if you aren't doing and you're just talking, you have to ask yourself whether you really want to do this thing you say you want to do. You're talking about it all the time, but is it really important to you? Do you have a good reason for doing it? Are you connected to the why behind this project? Because if you're not connected to the why, then it's not going to happen. You have to be emotionally connected to your projects. You have to really want to do them, not need to do them. You have to want to do them. You have to have some passion around it and be inspired. And it has to mean something to you. And maybe that meaning comes from being of service. So ask yourself, is there a way that this project that you're talking about all the time but not doing, that that you could be of service, that you could see how you could be of service and help people in the process of doing it. Also, you have to really get down to whether or not this is something you want to do. Because sometimes we talk about something and we'd rather talk about it than do it. So just admit to yourself that that's the case. You don't want to do it, really. You just want to talk about it. And so then stop talking about it and find something else to talk about and to do, to take action towards. Okay? So, emotionally connected to it. Do you have the right energy? Is this something you really want to do? Is there an urgency to doing this? Because if you don't feel like it's urgent, that it's necessary for you to do this, the likelihood is you're going to keep putting it off. So think about it. Well, what would happen if tomorrow you died? Or tomorrow, for some reason, you couldn't do this thing you're talking about all the time? What would happen? How would you feel? How would it impact you? How would it impact others? Would you not have the kind of impact you want to have on other people? And will they suffer because you don't do this thing you're just talking about? It's an important question, isn't it? Think about that. Let's call it mortality motivation. Right? Death on the shoulder saying you better do it, because what if you don't? What if you don't do it? You won't leave the legacy behind. So, I want you today to really watch yourself for the next week, for the next month. Watch yourself. Are you doing more talking than doing? And if you are, make a list of the things you talk about and ask yourself those questions. Do I have the energy for it? Do I have emotional connection to it? Do I feel a sense of necessity or urgency to do this? Who will be be affected if I don't leave this legacy behind? Then that should help you figure out which of the items you really want to do and which ones you don't. And then you can stop talking and you can start doing, and you'll be a doer and not a talker. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I'm a certified high performance coach, one of 400 or so elite coaches operating around the world. And I love to help people combine their passion and their purpose so they do get inspired to action and achieve more inspired results. If I can help you do that, go on over to ninaamir.com and click on the Certified High Performance button or the logo, and you'll see if you scroll down the page that there's an application for a 1-hour free strategy session. And I'd love to get together with you and talk about how you can begin doing rather than talking, how you can do the things you say you want to do and become the person you want to be, how you can get from here to there and start achieving more inspired results. I am Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach, and until we meet again, do just that. Go out there and achieve more inspired results.